This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 6, Episode 4, Ashokavan. Hanuman had looked inside Ravan's chamber. He then came out and searched for Sita through every nook and corner of the rest of Ravan's palace. He searched the banquet halls and halls of leisure, picture galleries, terraces, and even the basement rooms. Interestingly, while describing this search, Valmiki has mentioned that Ravan's palace had many Vedic altars and shrines. Note once again the Vedic roots of Rakshas society. Hanuman looked everywhere with growing desperation, opening and closing doors, entering and coming out of rooms, jumping down somewhere and climbing up at some other place. But he did not find Sita, and he started to fear the worst. Has Ravan already killed her? Or perhaps she has killed herself? How can I ever tell this to Ram? He cannot live without Sita. And if he dies, Lakshman will also not be able to survive. Hanuman goes down a spiral of negativity, imagining one terrible thing leading to another. All if he reported back in Kishkindha that Sita is no more. Or he could just kill himself. That way, Ram may continue to live in hope. Hanuman felt that this was the end of the road for him. But then he reminded himself, Vinashe bahavo doshah jivan prapnoti bhadrakam. Killing oneself is not correct. Things will take a turn for the better only if one is alive. I must not give up. I must not lose hope. Success will only come if I do something. Therefore, I shall do the best that I can without sinking in despair. He thought through everything once again. Sampati had clearly said that Sita was here. And then he realized that there was one place he had not yet checked: the walled garden near Ravan's palace. And so, Hanuman jumped over the garden wall and went inside. The garden was true to its name, Ashoka, that which takes away all sorrow. It had trees laden with fruits and flowers, a carpet of flowers on the ground too, flocks of lovely birds, lotus ponds, and delightful water bodies with steps going down to them. The trees mentioned include mango, sal, champa, chandan, bakul, shivshapa, and ashok. Thousands of ashok trees were in bloom. The trees were the color of the morning sun. Hanuman climbed up a shivshapa tree and looked for any sign of Sita. Tamaruhya shivshapam ito drakshami vaidehim. There was a stream flowing nearby. Hanuman thought, the night will soon be over. If Sita is around, she will come to the stream for her morning Sandhya Upasana, Sandhyarthe. From his vantage point atop the tree, Hanuman also saw a grand 1,000-pillared temple-like structure, Chaitya Prasadam. And then, nearby, he beheld a young lady clad in old and dirty clothes. Her body was pale and emaciated. Sitting under a tree, she was covered with dust. Surrounded by terrifying Rakshasis, She was like a deer separated from its herd and encircled by a pack of hounds. Swaganena mrugim hinam, shwaganena vritam. She looked dejected and scared. But behind that withered look, there was something special about her. She looked like the tip of a burning fire, engulfed by smoke. Hanuman thought, was this Sita? She did look like the lady that had dropped those ornaments from Ravan's Rath the other day. And the yellow cloth she was wearing now matched the cloth used to wrap the ornaments. Hanuman realized that the woman he was looking at was the Sita Ram had told him about. Valmiki has described Hanuman's thoughts and reflections as he looked at Sita. And through these words, we get to understand how a third person, Hanuman, saw Ram and Sita's relationship. Hanuman said to himself, indeed, she is Ram's dear wife, who is no longer with him, but who is always in his heart. He pines to see her like a thirsty man pining for a drop of water. She is the one for whom Ram feels compassion, grief, and passion. Compassion because of what she is going through, grief because he is not with her, and passion because she is his beloved. Indeed, they are a perfect match, totally devoted to each other and worthy of each other. She gave up everything, all the comforts of royal life, only to be by his side. All that Ram is doing to get her back is understandable. Rajyam va trishu lokeshu, Sita va janakatmaja, Trailokya rajyam sakalam, Sitaya napnuyat kalam. If sovereignty over the three worlds were on one side of the scale and Sita on the other, the scale would surely tip on Sita's side. Yes, this lady was indeed Sita. He had found her. Hanuman shed tears of joy. But it pained him greatly to see her in this condition. Ashokavanika madhye shokasagaramaplutam. In the Ashok garden, Sita was drowning in a sea of shok, grief. In many popular retellings, Sita is shown as a weepy, helpless woman. But Valmiki's Sita is much more inspiring. Yes, she is scared. And yes, she cannot stop her tears. But she will never give in. Ravan cannot break her. We shall see this in the next episode. Iti, her, asa. That is how it happened.